Hey Stampin' friends, welcome to the Joyous Time with Rachel. I'm Rachel Coon and today is Fun Fold Friday. Today we're making a ink-free, stamp-free fun fold that is kind of called the pop-up gatefold. Go ahead and hold while I flip and we'll get started. All right. Welcome, welcome. Make sure this is looking good. We'll get it focused again. Sorry, sometimes there we go. That looks better. Welcome, welcome. If you're watching, hi, Margie. She's here live with me. I'm always excited to see you. I know I haven't done a video live showing a card since August, and it's now October, so I'm excited to share this with you. The stars aligned, and we have time to do it today. So I'm excited to share with you a stamp-free and paper or card today using our amazing products. So let me show you what it starts out looking. Before I get too into this though, don't forget to use the hostess code for October. Visit my online store. Comment below if you would like to win today's card. Tell me something that you like about it. Tell me if you have the set, whatever you want to tell me. I would love to hear it. But one lucky person will win the card that we're making in our video today. And if you need all the measurements and list of supplies for this card, please visit my blog that will have all those details. So I have the stamp set right here next to it, but we're actually not using this one. It's part of a bundle called the Night Divine, and it comes with coordinating dies. So what I end up doing is using the designer series paper and the dies. So we'll take this out, even though it has these great sayings that goes along with it. Very musical with those choice of words, or even biblical, I should say. And then let me show you these dies, and then I'll show you the card some more too. All right, the Night Divine dies. These are amazing. They build your own nativity scene, which is basically what we're doing in our card today. I did not use this awesome stable or the clouds or the camel, but I did use our cute little donkey, our nativity scene itself with our shepherd, Mary, Joseph, baby Jesus, and our wise men, and the donkey, cow, and sheep. So those are all fun ones you will see in our video today. And then this is the designer series paper called Oh Holy Night, and it is amazing. There's so many fun parts about this, but I love that when I close this card up, it looks like that night scene in Bethlehem. And then when I open it up, we have this amazing gatefold pop-up. I send it this way so you can kind of see how it works. And there's two ways this can go. So I like to have it closed this way when I would send it out in the mail, but you might want to have it come completely together and then having it go one way or the other. Or you have them both going one way, these little tabs here, and have that centerpiece, and then send this card in the mail like that, and then they open it up that way. Again, I like the gatefold, but it's up to you how you send your cards. Let me go ahead and set that to the side so you can still see it, and we can go through some of these steps though. The trickiest part is the card base here. So I'm gonna grab my paper trimmer into view so you guys can see how we do this. All right, so I'm starting off with a Night of Navy, and it is an 8, so not 8 1/2, but an 8 by 5 1/2. So we cut off a little bit extra on a regular piece of cardstock, and the measurement's important because the scores between here need to be 4 inches, and these are 2 inches here. So we first already did our gatefold, which is the 2-inch score here, flip in 2 inches more, or you could have done 2, slide it over to 6. It's up to you how you do that. But now what we need to do is turn it. So right now it's going perpendicular to our paper trimmer, and we need to turn it so that our score lines are parallel to this end. So it's now perpendicular to our cutting blade though. And we're going to put it in to the 1 1/4, and we are going to need our cutting blade and not our scoring blade for this part. And you know what? I was having some difficulties seeing this, so I wanted to try a trick and see how this works out for me. Because it's such a dark color that sometimes it's hard to know when to stop. So I'm going to put a Post-it note right here on this edge of my score. And let's see if this will help me out a little bit. Make sure I'm still at my 1 1/4. Yep, we're still there. And then I need to cut this at each score line. So I have a score line here, I'm gonna go ahead and use my blade, cut up to that score line, and then bring it back down. I do like to start in the middle and not right at that score, just to make it a little bit easier for me to see. Okay, let's see if that helped me out a little bit. See, I went a little over that one, but not too bad. And this one, did I make it all the way up? That one, I'm missing just a top bit, so I will continue going up just a little bit more. There is a little line here, but even with that, I feel like sometimes I just get a little bit too pushy, and I don't want to push it too far. Okay, so we have one cut there. Flip it over, go to that same 1 1/4. The Post-it note kind of helped, but it wasn't the best, so we will just remove it for this time. Okay, then I'll place that down, and we'll do our second cut on the other side. Okay, start your cut, go up to that first score, bring it down to that bottom score right there. And it should look good. Oh, that one turned out even better. Awesome. Turn the paper again, and now we're going to do some score lines. Our first score line is going to be in the middle here. So this is 4 inches, which means our score for this will need to be at the 4-inch mark, because that was 2 inches, 2 inches, and so we're going to go right in the middle of this, and we're going to score on the top and bottom here. So, and I'm going to stop at my cut line. So here's our score here, little squeaky. Turn it, and we're gonna, oh, I didn't even need to turn it. I could have kept them going, but that's okay. 4 inches score here. Okay, so this is the top and bottom of that part we just cut. It sounds like I need to like oil my blade. You hear how squeaky that is? That's funny. Okay, now we can turn it, and we need to do 2 more score lines, but this time it's for the center. Let me make sure I have this right. We are going to do 3 inches. So we just did the 4, scoot it back to the 3. Now we're going in the center, and we want to score this one. Go up to that cut, up to the cut. And that's why it's important that we do those cut lines first, because we're going to use those as a reference for when we're scoring. Okay, looks pretty good. Flip it. And again, 3 inches from the side. Again, just the center, so don't do those top tabs that have been cut. Press down with our scoring blade. And try not to go too far. I did go up a little bit that way, but it's going to cover it, so I'm not too worried. Okay, that should be it for this part. Now we grab our phone folder and start to help guide some of these lines here. So I'm going to crease that first gatefold, bone folder it, and do the same for this one. See how it closes on our gate right there? Then we'll go ahead and go in the inside, and we're going to take the center piece here and start to just lightly pinch those 2 pieces. Right there, pinch it so it can begin. And then we are also going to go ahead and get our center piece. Let me see if I can get that to go lay nicely. There we go, that's a nicer way. And go over that with our bone folder, and then on the other side as well. So I'll press these ones back down so that's easier for me to get to, and then start to fold that one. And let me go this way, this guy. And just crease it. Okay. And that is it. All we have to do now is assemble and add our designer series paper and build our little major. Like I said, there's no ink and no stamps for this one. Okay, for our designer series paper, I always like to use our Tombow liquid glue. Let me get that in so you can see. This guy is my favorite. I know, Margine, I usually guess that is a weird noise for our scoring blade, so I apologize for that. Hopefully I'm the only one. Like I said, I might need to get it oiled or something, or switch it out. They do sell different ones. We're going to start with the front here. So we have our gatefold. I have cut out our designer series paper so they're in line. So we want the stars on the top. Let me see if it looks like it matches. If I were to put it like this, you would see it wouldn't line up. So I cut it along each other so that way it would continue that designer series paper look. I'm going to flip it over, add some liquid glue to the back of each of these, and then we will attach that to our front of our card. flip it and stick it. Just like that. And this paper is just so beautiful. I didn't check to see if it was currently available or not. This one sells out quickly. I think it's sold out once already, and I can't remember if it's been restocked or not. But it's just amazing designer series paper. It's just very scenic and like calming. For the inside, we're going to do the same measurements for this one and to create that like night sky. So flip over the back side, add the liquid glue, and attach this one. And because it's stars all over, there's no upside down right side up for this guy. Mostly we want to make sure we're not gluing it right over that score and trying to line it up nicely here on the bottom. Okay. Now we need to add our designer series paper for our two top and bottom. I like to have the stars for our top. We'll do a little liquid glue on the back of this. And these 4 pieces are all the same measurement. So that makes it easy to remember. And just to cut them once off the same designer series paper. Because you will see here in just a minute that for our bottom was just the back side of the stars. It uses that beautiful copper clay. So here's this paper here is the same that we're using the bottom, just flipped. So this time we're going to put the liquid glue on the stars. And then we'll put that in. Okay. Flip. And I like that some of these look like it's fading. It's like it's distressed a little bit. Look on that designer series paper there. Make sure that you're not covering up that score line. So just maybe scoot that one over. It looks like that one was a little bit longer. And that they're lined up to look like they are a continuous one there. Okay. Press down. Then we have a mat. I have the crumb cake, and that designer series paper had this extra fun, kind of like a sandy look to it. And I like that solid background. On the other side has this really pretty copper clay like fan look, which also would look really cool here. So pick which side you like. I'm going to put some liquid glue on the back of this one to help us build our scene. And I like to hold it so I can just kind of wiggle, make sure we have all 4 sides are creating a nice frame look. Flip that over, add some more liquid glue. Are you getting a theme here? Lots of liquid glue, which makes it nice if you don't have a lot of adhesives. Liquid glue is definitely the one I suggest you investing in and grabbing some and always having that in stock. Okay, we'll let that dry as we get ready to make our nativity scene. So what I've done is I'm changing this one up just a little bit, and you'll see why. I feel like our shepherd and our wise men kind of got lost here because I use that Knight of Navy, and then that's that Knight of Navy here as well. And I was like, well, let's make our guys change just a little bit. So what we're going to do is separate it. I've die cut them both out. This is the Knight of Navy one. And you'll see there's like little pieces. You use your paper snips to help get the rest of those pieces out. And we're going to build on top of this. So with my paper snips, I'm just going to carefully remove Mary and Joseph. And I will set them aside and use them for something else, I am sure. Because they are cute, even all by themselves. In fact, I could have even left it like this and just had that couple there if I wanted to not have this extra edge coming out. So that's an easy do. But now we're going to go ahead and attach them just by putting a couple drops of glue on where we want them to be. And put them over those already die cut of the Knight of Navy. Just like so. Press down so that that glue can attach to it. Nice. Then we're going to grab our donkey. Put a little glue on him, on the back of him. Just a little bit. And attach him right in front of our wise man here. It's kind of snuggled up by Joseph as well. Then we'll get our cow, who is made out of crumb cake. A little bit of glue on him. If you don't trust yourself gluing the paper, you can always put the glue on where you're going to place it as well. He'll be here in the corner of our donkey. And lastly, we have our cute little sheep here. For him, I just put a little bit of glue in his center. I don't even worry about his legs. And we'll attach him. If you are concerned about that glue at all, use a glue dot instead. Looks like he's kind of like peeking in to look and see what is going on. Let me get this closer so you can see our cute multicolored nativity. And I use the boho blue now with that one. So it's boho blue, night of navy, copper clay, crumb cake, and basic white. We'll grab our card base back in. And what I did for this one is I just, my lamb was not on there dry enough. Make sure he's not trying to get away. Carefully flip it over and put just a little bit of liquid glue on the bottom and our two main characters. Well, 3 main characters there in the center. Don't put anything on our shepherd or our wise men because they will be hanging off. So place that down here and give it a moment to dry. You can place something heavy on here if you need to help it stick a little bit longer. But I need to grab my rhinestones, which I thought I had nearby, but I don't. Let me see if I can find them. Rhinestones usually walk away from me too, so let's see. If not, we'll do something instead. Oh, they're right here. We found them. 2 of them, in fact. Okay, so for this card, I actually have the rhinestones inside. You can kind of see them there on the top on the Starry Night looking scene here. But for this one, I'm going to switch it up. And I'm going to close my gate again after you look at our cute little... You'll have to let me know which one you guys like better too. The more colors or the less. And then I'm going to close it and create some fun little stars here on the front of our card. Which I think if that's how you're going to send it, it will make it send... or ship easier because we don't want like bumpiness in the inside. So I have just 2 medium ones there. I'm going to put a large one over here and we'll throw in a medium one down there and maybe 1 more medium up here. Creating maybe a star of some extra stars there. So I'm loving that way that looks. So then we open it up. And again, we can either prop it open like this as a beautiful decor and see the scene, or you can even switch it so that these insides come together, squeeze it, and push it down. And so that we have this fun center look here as well. This is such a fun card. I hope you guys have learned something new today if you have never made this gatefold pop-out card, and that you see that it's easy to make a card with some beautiful paper and dies, and you don't even need stamps sometimes. So that's the fun part of this card. Happy stamping, everyone. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.